Changes are coming to Vilas Park Drive in the summer of 2022. In this video, we'll hear from the City of Madison Pedestrian Bicycle Coordinator, Renee Callaway, and Freiwald, the Planning and Development Manager for Madison Parks. First, here's Renee Callaway to tell us about how this idea first came to be.
I have been working with City Parks on this project, and a lot of it came out of the pandemic when people were really getting out, looking for more space to walk and bike, and really concerned about having enough space for social distancing. So we were looking for spaces where people could have that experience. And we saw that motor vehicle traffic was way down as well as people were staying home early in the pandemic. And the Vilas Park master plan was kind of moving along at that point, and one of the ideas was that perhaps there wouldn't be through traffic in the future as the master plan was implemented. So we took that opportunity to kind of test out that idea by closing some of the space just to motor vehicles and opening it up more for people walking and biking. And we found that it was super popular, it was well used, and people who come to the park really wanted to see that, and they didn't really want to wait for the master plan to be able to be fully implemented. So we started looking at some options and working with the neighborhood, and one of the ideas that came up was making the other part of the park two-way so that people who are coming to this amazing regional park would still have access to the shelter, for events, to the zoo, and all of the other great amenities that we have here, while still having kind of that special space where people can feel really comfortable walking, biking with children, and have a little bit more room to maneuver.
The changes coming to Vilas Park we anticipate will help improve the shared space for motor vehicles, pedestrians, and bicyclists alike.
So if you're on a bike, one thing to always look out for is pedestrians and make sure that you're yielding to them. And then when you're on the remainder of the space, you're going to be sharing that space with cars, which you do now going in one direction. But now you're going to be doing that in both directions. So just be aware, slow down, enjoy the environment, and yield to pedestrians.
And now we'll hear from Freiwald, Parks Planning and Development Manager, who will share what to expect near the parking lot entrance of the shelter.
Vilas Park Drive, from the main shelter driveway to the east, which is Mill Street. We're going to take this existing pavement and we're going to have one-way traffic going that way, about a 10-foot wide lane. 10-foot wide lane coming in this way. That'll be the inbound lane, and then around where this yellow line is will be the pedestrian lane.
Renee, what are a few more tips you can share with folks that might be driving to the park?
We'll be asking motor vehicle drivers to go slow, be patient, and you'll eventually get to where you need to get in the park as well.
Sure. So if I'm driving and I'm going to the shelter, which direction do I come from? Which road?
Sure. So if you are coming from the shelter, you're going to be entering kind of off Mills and Winger Drive from the east near where the St. Mary's Hospital is, and you will come to the shelter that direction, and then when you leave, you will just go back in the opposite direction instead of the one-way configuration that you have now.
We hope you found this video helpful to better understand the changes coming to Vilas Park Drive in the summer of 2022. I'm Ann Shea, Parks Public Information Officer, and thank you for joining us. For more information, visit the Parks website at cityofmadison.com/parks.